My brother secretly sold our childhood home without telling me. It was still in both our names. Hi Reddit. I don't even know where to begin. I'm 38, my brother is 41. And we recently had the most insane falling out of our lives. Our parents passed away within a year of each other. Mom from cancer, dad from a sudden heart attack. This was about 6 years ago. They left behind our childhood home, fully paid off, in a small but steadily growing town. My parents weren't wealthy, but they were smart with their money. The house was in both mine and my brother's names, a decision my mom made so we'd always have a place to call home. I didn't want to sell. I live about 2 hours away and would visit occasionally. I had no illusions about moving back in, but the house meant a lot to me. It was filled with memories, my mom's garden, our old piano, photos still in the drawers. I told my brother repeatedly that I wanted to keep it in the family. He was never super sentimental, but he seemed to respect that. Fast forward to last month. I drove down to do some spring cleaning, and the house was gone. Like, not literally demolished, but it had new siding, new windows, a different mailbox. The yard was totally redone. At first I thought I had the wrong address, but nope, it was our house. Then I saw the for sale sign, and realized it wasn't for sale anymore. It had already sold. Someone else was living in it. I was stunned. I called my brother and he acted like he thought I knew. Said he sold it months ago to a local developer who flips houses. Claimed he needed the money, and figured I wasn't doing anything with it anyway. I told him we were both on the deed. How could he do that without my signature? He got defensive. Said I was never around, and that he took care of everything. He said I'd be getting a check soon and to not make this a big deal. Reddit, I am making this a big deal. I called the county clerk and got a copy of the sale record. My brother forged my signature on the transfer papers. I compared it to documents I'd actually signed. There's no way a handwriting expert wouldn't catch it. He also signed an affidavit claiming I had given him power of attorney. I never did. I'm completely heartbroken and furious. This wasn't just property. It was our family's home. And now it's some investors' flipped property with a granite countertop where my mom used to keep her recipe box. I've already spoken with a lawyer, and she says I have a solid case for fraud, but it's going to be messy and expensive. The buyer claims they bought it in good faith, so unwinding the sale might not even be possible. At minimum, I'm going after my brother for my half of the proceeds, and possible criminal charges. This betrayal runs deep. I don't think I can ever forgive him. First update. Hi everyone. First, thank you for the support, advice, and validation. I honestly wasn't sure if I was overreacting, but your comments gave me the push I needed. A lot has happened. My lawyer filed a civil suit for fraud, breach of fiduciary duty, and unjust enrichment. We're also working with a handwriting expert who confirmed what I already knew. The signature on the deed was forged. The so-called power of attorney document? Also fake. When my brother was served the legal papers, he called me in a rage. He accused me of trying to ruin his life, claimed the money was already spent on debts and taxes, which I don't believe for a second. And said I should have just let it go. Then he had the audacity to claim I owed him because he took care of the house for years. Except, he didn't. I used to send him money for maintenance, which he now says was a gift. He never even told me when the pipes burst 2 winters ago. I found out from a neighbor, and I paid for the repairs. My lawyer also found out that the buyer is a company owned by a friend of his. So no, it wasn't some innocent third party. It was basically a laundered sale to move the asset and get it renovated quickly. That strengthens our case significantly. We're petitioning the court for a constructive trust on the proceeds, meaning the court could freeze or recover the money if we can trace it. Unfortunately, a good chunk may already be gone. He leased a new car last month and has been posting beach photos on Instagram. I suspect he's gambling again, which he used to have a problem with. Emotionally, this is hitting me hard. This was my brother. We used to ride bikes in that neighborhood, fight over TV shows, eat cereal at 1 a.m. during high school exams. And now he's just a con artist, apparently. I'll update again once the hearing is set. Thank you for sticking with me. Final update. Hi again, Reddit. This will probably be my final update. We reached a settlement out of court. My brother's lawyer finally came to the table after discovery unearthed clear evidence of fraud, forged signatures, fake power of attorney, emails proving he coordinated the sale behind my back. The buyer, his friends LLC, agreed to release half the sale proceeds into an escrow account for me. It's not what the house is worth today. Property values have gone up, but it's fair market value from the time of sale. My lawyer said it was the best outcome without dragging this out for years. My brother signed a no-contact order as part of the deal. He still insists he did what he had to do, but he sounded deflated. I think the realization finally hit him that he lost his only sibling over greed. He did not face criminal charges, though my lawyer says we could still pursue them. Honestly, I don't have the energy. I'm exhausted. The house is gone, the relationship is gone, and I feel like I've been grieving the loss of both. Financially, I'm okay now. The payout helped me pay off my own mortgage. And I even started setting aside money to eventually build a cabin somewhere quiet, maybe with a small garden like my mom's. But emotionally, it still hurts. I walk by photos of us as kids and wonder where it all went wrong. I wonder if it was the money, the stress, or if he was always capable of this and I just didn't want to see it. Thank you all for listening. Reddit helped me feel less alone in one of the hardest chapters of my life. Hug your siblings if you're lucky enough to still trust them.